Alex Jones goes on CNN, yells at Piers Morgan, wants to get in a boxing match with him, wants you to introduce him to sharks and tell him about the suicide pills. Now, afterwards, he says they escorted him off the set. Now, they did. My guess is that he's right about this first part, that it was supposed to be longer. But here, as we're going to commercial here with Piers Morgan, video number 9 here, you can see why they couldn't get him under control. For 13 minutes, they couldn't get him under control. He wouldn't answer any of the questions, and every answer was about 2.5 minutes long of raving, right? And in fact, as they're going to commercial, Alex is still yelling. Watch.
This is the man who wants to deport me from the country for wanting to get rid of
it's
rifles,
to point out you're a foreigner, a red coat,
outrages.
here telling us what to do.
Whatever.
Go back to where they took the guns if you don't like it.
You're going to raise, I gotta go back. Okay, so understandably, security escorts him off the stage because they don't know what this guy's going to do next. He said he was going to go boxing with Piers Morgan, etc. Now, I don't think he was going to do it on the spot, but then on the other hand, he doesn't seem mentally sound. So then that opens a window for Alex Jones to come up with a new conspiracy theory. Let's watch.
They had promised me 3 segments if I came here, and then I was going to debate Alan Dershowitz, but they panicked. The producers ran in. The head producer was crying and saying it wasn't supposed to be like this, and Piers Morgan said, "Get out of here." And their security people were like, get out now, you're coming with us. And I said, we'll have to get our stuff out of the green room.
Okay, so far this story is somewhat believable. I don't believe that the producer was like, oh my God, what have you done to us? But I do believe that there was a little bit of a panic because that's not normally what happens in an interview. I do believe they escorted him out. Now, here comes the lunatic conspiracy theory of the night. This is after the interview. And listen carefully to who he thinks is the cop. I mean, who knows if it's a cop or not? Watch.
When we got to the hotel, we were getting our cards, and I noticed what was clearly off-duty cops in the windbreakers with the guns, talking into their little earpieces. We were walking around about 10 blocks away, just shooting video of this and that, and I noticed more undercover cops looking at us. And I said to dude, I said, let's just go ahead and get out of here. And then they had him waiting for us about 300 yards from CNN, the building we were going to. When the guy runs up and kind of gets in our face, and we also ran into a few listeners as well, but this guy got in our face. You can tell it was a big, mean Bloomberg detective. I've been here at protests before. I've seen Lee Gradowski's videos. And it was like, oh, I'm a big fan, but it was like pure violence in the eyes. And dude's like, man, that guy was scary. I think that's a cop. And then we got there, and I saw some more outside the back entrance staring at us like gangsters. They're like cops from the movie Goodfellas, basically. And I said, listen, I want to go out the mall entrance because there's a mall entrance on the other side. And the head of security said, no, you're going out this way. And I said, but Bloomberg's guys are out there. I don't want any confrontations. The guy started laughing at us. Like, yeah. And we got there, and there they are, talking into their pieces.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. Then we said the Bloomberg guys are out there. And the guy laughed. Yeah, he laughed because that sounds crazy. What does that mean? The Bloomberg guys are out there and they're like the mafia. He was laughing at you, Alex. He wasn't laughing with you. And what's all this off-duty cops? I could tell they were talking like this, and the windbreakers, and the guy was pretending to be a fan. I bet you he was a fan, but he looked crazy because he's one of your fans. Okay, so he must have been a cop. It was one of the Bloomberg guys. But this guy's beautiful mind. He goes into his room and starts drawing things on a chalkboard. Right, like, and then 2 squared is 4, but the 4 squared is like 28. Oh my God, it's the Bloomberg guys. They're coming. You think that's crazy? Get a load of what he thinks might happen to him in New York.
I've never, that I can remember, put out a video when I'm in foreign countries being followed by people in black SUVs and being arrested. I mean, you've seen it all. I've never said we're in danger. That said, we're here and we're leaving tomorrow. Whatever happens, happens. I think putting this video out will protect us. And it was just super creepy because, when cops come over and grab you by the arm and go, I'm a big fan, you know what I mean? I'm a big fan. And then you look, there's another cop right there and they're going, yeah, big fan. I mean, this country's gone, folks. This is why we have the Second Amendment. So just if something happens to us, we're killed by crackheads, it was the NYPD or mafia they hired, period. So Alex Jones reporting from the front lines, the fight for this republic, right here in New York.
Look, the guy's mentally disturbed. And I know some of you watch him, and I love you, brother, but you, okay, for entertainment, it's okay. He's mentally disturbed. Some crackhead isn't going to kill Alex Jones pretending, but it's not really a crackhead. It's either the FBI or but the FBI, they're not chasing after Alex frickin' Jones, and they're not posing as crackheads or the Bloomberg guys. That's just absolutely mental, okay? And by the way, oh yeah, and then, oh, we're big fans. They were probably your fans. Oh, we're big fans. Really? But wait a minute, you said you were videoing the whole thing. Jesus pointed this out during the break, our director here. So why don't you have them on tape? You know, with all talking into this and doing this. But I bet you if you went back and looked at the tape, there's nothing there. Because he's drawing up things, and the square root of 28 is this. Guy's lost his freaking mind. And breaking news for you guys, in a development, Alex Jones was not murdered by a fake crackhead who's actually a Bloomberg guy in New York. So don't worry, he's safe. That's probably because he put that video out.
It's one of the things that, and of course this isn't for all gun owners, but this one of the things he threw in there. He said, this is why we have the Second Amendment, folks. When he said this potential fake fan / undercover or off-duty security police officer came up to him, say it is a fan, and you're worried and going, who's this guy? You're ready to shoot him now.
No.
This is why it's dangerous to be thinking like that all the time.
No, Jay, that's a great point, man. Alex Jones is 101 on why we should have gun control. That guy's gonna accidentally shoot somebody, man. Is a fan's gonna come up to him and be like, oh, you're right, Operation Gladio. Ooh, yeah, brother, right? And he's gonna be like, oh shit, this guy's part of Operation Gladio, and he's come to here and get me, bang, bang, bang. He's got 50 guns in his house. You shouldn't go within like a 20-block perimeter of Alex Jones's house. Okay, first of all, you shouldn't go to anybody's house, but don't go anywhere near his. Man, if you're mowing the lawn or something, or you're picking up the garbage, he's gonna shoot you because he's positive you're the Bloomberg guys. You know, that guy's dangerous, man. I'm serious. He's going to cause some damage. You know why? I'm not kidding. He's mentally ill. I mean, if that's not mentally ill, what is it? I mean, the guy has deep, crazy paranoia. I hope he doesn't do more damage, man. And if you take him seriously, man, please. Oh, brother, come on. Come on, man. There's so many things that are wrong with this world. There's so many things that are wrong with the government. Focus on what's reality. The reality has so many things that we need to fix as it is without going into all this craziness.